Friends, this year Boys and Girls Country is celebrating 50 years. It is an unbelievable blessing to be able to serve children from families in crisis for half a century. Can you believe that 50 years ago, Boys and Girls Country was just barren farmland and a big dream to help misguided youth? With God's providence, today it is a beautiful campus, overflowing with love for the kids who call BGC home. There are now 11 cottages, 4 of which were completely rebuilt, and all the facilities the kids need to succeed. Among the mighty oaks, our kids ride their bikes. They play sports, pose for their senior portraits, and care for their FFA animals. This year, we look back with fondness on the history of the mission and how it came to bless the lives of more than 1,600 children and generations to come.
In the early days, not only was Tom Robinson a financier, lent his operational expertise. He held board meetings every Tuesday morning at his office. He personally guaranteed some of the loans. He contributed some of the acreage we have here now that we currently occupy now, and put Boys and Girls Country on the path that it's on now. We've never looked back since then. He also recruited Jack Brewer shortly after that, who was the youth director at Tallowood Baptist Church, and Jack Brewer was invaluable in the early years, again lending his expertise and guidance in the let's call it maybe the programmatic world that he was in.
The Ladies Auxiliary, they were women from Tallowood Baptist Church, the first group, and we started out doing a meal on campus. We'd come out and do Sunday lunch or something for Saturday night. And then they needed somebody to help with clothing, so we started a clothing drive. Those ladies were so wonderful, and the things that they did with very small resources to help found the home. The first money raiser we had was a sidewalk sale of crafts items in the Spring Branch area. We made $350.
So in the early 80s, the board was expanded somewhat dramatically, I would say, and it created a lot of depth and breadth in the community out there. And the board has been such a sustaining factor. They've been very inspiring to me. This board is, for decades now, long before I got there, has not been a board that adhered to the 20/80 rule. To the contrary, they're more like the 100-0 rule. But that, I think the early days in the 80s were once again a sustaining factor for Boys and Girls Country.
I would say the college and career program has been the single largest change. You know, we're sending 15 to 20 kids to college a year. And if you think about what you do to send one child in your home to college, imagine doing it 15 or 20 times. And our goal is to get all our children through a Waller Independent School District, get them at or above grade level, and then get them through a college or a technical school or a military kind of career.
Well, of all the things I've done, I think the capital campaign is the most fulfilling. I remember when we raised the money for the Penny Floyd Activity Center, and what a difference it made to the kids. A place to go study, a place to go play. It just was kind of the center of the entire home and campus. And now we're in the process of replacing the cottages with new, better cottages than we have before. We will eventually have our college and career facility. We'll eventually upgrade the administrative buildings as well. It's just something that is going to make a huge difference in this campus for the next 30 or 40 years.
Boys and Girls Country special, mainly because of the model that they have. I mean, the house parents and the way the kids live in a home with parents, and then the staff. I mean, the dedicated staff that keeps this place running smoothly and is committed to the program and committed to the values that the home was built on, I think makes it a very special and unique place.
I definitely think one person can make a difference at Boys and Girls Country, whether you're a house parent, whether you're a donor, a volunteer, tutor, whatever, you're impacting the life of a child, and that's just gonna have ripple effects for generations to come. That child will hopefully grow up and have a family and work in the community, and you're changing generations.
With your faithful support, Lives have been changed. Educational barriers have been demolished, and cycles of trauma have ended. God has provided Boys and Girls Country with everything to grow, from a small patch of land into an amazing facility supporting the lives of our cottage families, college and career program, and staff. None of it would be possible without you, as your investment of love, time, and treasure have sustained our home for the children in need. This is your milestone as well as ours. God's work is seen in every inch of the BGC campus and in every heart of those who live, work, and volunteer here. From the bottom of our hearts, we say thank you for keeping our mission alive. Here's to many more years of growing children for life as we faithfully trust God to lead us.